Emotions. Today we are talking about emotions. Emotions are the invisible forces that shape our lives. Emotions guide our decisions. Emotions fuel our actions. Emotions is a very powerful language that doesn't need words. Yet, emotions speak to us in every situation. From the joy to the sadness. The joy lights up our world and the sadness helps us grow stronger. Emotions make us uniquely human. We can compare emotions with the wind beneath our wings, driving us to achieve greatness. At the same time, emotions can be the barriers that hold us back. Understanding and harnessing our emotions can unlock our true potential. By learning to channel our emotions constructively, we can transform challenges into opportunities, failures into lessons, and dreams into reality. Remember, our emotions are not just reactions, they are signals guiding us toward what truly matters in our lives. Let's embrace our emotions because through our emotions, we can connect, we can preserve, and ultimately we can succeed. Emotions are a way for individuals to react to events, people, and situations. Emotions are fundamental in helping humans to navigate their environment and interactions. There are several types of emotions. Let's talk about basic emotions like joy, sadness, fear, anger, surprise, disgust, and complex emotions like love, guilt, shame, pride, envy, jealousy, and positive emotions like happiness, gratitude, hope, inspiration, and negative emotions like anxiety, frustration, despair, loneliness. These are the different types of emotions. Let's see how emotions affect us. Emotions are not just psychological phenomena. Emotions can affect our mental state. Emotions can affect our behavior. Emotions can affect our body. And emotions can affect social interactions. If we take our physical body, let us see how emotions affect. Emotions can cause physical reactions like faster heartbeat, like when we are in tension, quickened breathing, or butterflies in the stomach, which means a nervous feeling in the stomach. They are caused by emotions. And emotions affect our mind. Emotions can influence how we think and how we perceive the world. For example, fear can narrow our focus. Happiness can broaden our perspective. And let's see the emotions affect our behavior. Emotions can drive our actions. Anger might lead into confrontational behavior. Our happiness may encourage pro-social behavior. And also, emotions affect our health. Suppressing emotions or suppressed emotions, they can impact our health condition. Negative emotions can lead to conditions like hypertension and depression. Conversely, positive emotions are associated with improved overall health and longevity. So these are the emotions affect on our health. And emotions also affect our learning abilities. Let's see how. Emotions can either enhance or hinder our learning capabilities. Positive emotions can improve motivation and creativity. Negative emotions can impair cognitive functions and problem solving abilities. Emotions affect our relationships. Emotions influence how we interact with others. Emotions can be contagious, spreading from one person to another, and significantly impact the quality of our relationships. Why should we focus on our emotions? Why should we control our emotions? The question arises when we are talking about emotions. Controlling emotions, it doesn't mean suppressing our emotions. It means understanding emotions. It means managing emotions. Emotions managing in a way those don't overpower us or control our actions. Proper emotional control can help in making rational decisions because strong emotions could impact our judgment. Emotional control reduces stress and anxiety levels. Emotional control fosters better relationships by preventing impulsive reactions. Emotional control achieves a state of emotional balance, a state of emotional resilience. So, if you take the example of great inspirational personality Helen Keller, a transformation is the best example for balancing emotions. Though she was blind and deaf, she found emotional strength through the guidance of her teacher. Her story is a testament to how emotional resilience and control can help overcome the harshest adversities in our lives. Emotions are a fundamental aspect of human life, influencing everything from health to relationships. While they are a natural and necessary part of our lives and necessary part of our existence, understanding and managing our emotions can lead to more fulfilled and balanced life. As Helen Keller beautifully said, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. So let us embrace our emotions, use them wisely, and let them guide us to a place of growth and understanding. Love, compassion, empathy, and connection with others are invisible forces. We cannot measure them, we cannot quantify those emotions, but emotions are deeply felt. The joy of a parent, the joy a parent feels when their child takes a great success, it cannot be visually captured or touched. It's a pride and happiness that fills the heart. Often people feel overwhelmed by their emotions, such as sadness, anger, or fear, as if they are being tossed around by waves in a storm. Today, I advocate you for mastering emotions, using those emotions for personal growth, and not letting those emotions dictate our actions or our lives. A professional athlete can channel the adrenaline rush of fear and excitement into enhanced performance using that emotional energy rather than being paralyzed by that adrenaline rush or emotions. So we should find ways to harness our emotions constructively. We cannot conceal the inner turmoil. We cannot hide our feelings because they are truly visible on our face. Even if we put on a brave face or smiling face, the pain we feel internally can manifest in subtle ways like loss of interest, changes in behavior, or expressions of sadness that slip through despite attempts to hide our emotions. This is why we notice when a friend or family member is struggling emotionally, even if they haven't openly expressed it, but we can recognize that they are suffering. Someone dealing with grief may smile and engage in conversations with us, but their eyes, their body language, they cannot betray the heaviness they are carrying. Emotions are the paradoxical in nature. A heartbreak can feel devastating as if the pain will never fade. Yet it is often love and support from friends and family that helps a person heal, even though love was the source of the original pain. In this sense, love is dual in nature as both it's a wound and love is the medicine. A person who cannot feel joy, sadness, or excitement is cut off from the richness of life. Someone suffering from severe depression might say they feel nothing at all. It is more distressing than sadness because it means they have lost the ability to experience any emotion, whether it is positive or negative. Plants need water to grow. Plants need water to grow. Humans need emotions to heal. Our grief can be healed through tears. Plants also need sunlight. So we also need positive experiences like hope, love, and joy to balance and support our healing. Crying over your loved ones is necessary part of grieving, but at the same time, finding moments of joy, reminiscing over happy memories provides the sunlight that helps a heart bend and grow stronger. Emotions have always played a pivotal role in shaping historical events, altering decisions, and influencing the course of history. These historical events demonstrate how emotions such as anger, love, guilt, hope, and despair have acted as catalysts, altering the course of history and shaping the world as we know it today. Let's talk about anger, for example. Let's talk about the anger that changed the course of history with the example of 1789 French Revolution. It was largely fueled by the widespread anger and frustration of the common people towards the monarchy and aristocracy. And the fear, if we talk about the fear in World War II, the fear of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941 dramatically changed the United States' stance on World War II. The fear and shock caused by the surprise attack galvanized the United States to declare war on Japan and enter the World War II. The emotional response to this attack ultimately changed the course of war and the subsequent global power dynamics. In 1936, it is the example for love. In 1936, King Edward VIII of England, he abdicated the throne to marry Valley Simpson because he was deeply in love with her. The emotional power of his love led him to give up his royal duties and change the course of British history. So that was the one example for love. Then let's talk about the grief. The grief caused by the death of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old African-American boy who was brutally murdered in Mississippi in 1955. It sparked nationwide outrage and grief. His mother took a decision to hold an open casket funeral, showing the world her son's mutilated body. It evoked strong emotional reactions. This emotion called grief and anger propelled the civil rights movement. Then one more emotion we'll talk about, hopelessness. Hopelessness among people caused the fall of the Berlin Wall, that is in 1989. It was a powerful moment in history driven by the emotions of despair, hope, and yearning for freedom. World War I, 1914, it started because of the emotion called revenge. It started in revenge to the assassination of Prince Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. He was assassinated by Bosnian Serb nationalists. It was an act fueled by nationalist fervor and desire for revenge. The assassination led Austria-Hungary to declare war on Serbia. This sparked a chain of reaction of alliances being activated, and soon much of Europe was engulfed in World War I. The revenge-driven assassination acted as the emotional trigger that set the stage for one of the deadliest conflicts in history. Indian history is replete with examples of emotional forces that have shaped India's path. The abolition of the practice of sati in 1829, where widows were forced to immolate themselves on their husbands' funeral pyres, was driven by the emotion of compassion. So sati was redeemed by the emotion of compassion. We can say a best example for compassion in the context of sati in India. The first war of independence, the revolt of 1857, it was driven by widespread anger. The grief caused by the Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a turning point in India's struggle for independence. British troops under the General Dyer opened fire on a peaceful gathering in Amritsar. They killed hundreds of unarmed men, women and children. The sheer brutality of the massacre left Indians in a state of shock, grief, and deep anger. This emotional trauma fueled nationwide protests, strikes, and a surge in support for the independence movement. Then comes to the emergency in India. The period of the emergency happened between 1975 to 1977, declared by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. It was marked by fear and repression. Political opponents were imprisoned, civil liberties were suspended, and the press was censored. The widespread fear and anger among the populace during this time led to a massive backlash in the 1977 general elections, where Indira Gandhi's Congress party suffered a humiliating defeat in those general elections. These examples illustrate how emotions, so if as we go through these examples, emotions like anger, hope, grief, patriotism, compassion, they have significantly influenced the course of history. They shaped its evolution over the time. So in essence, as we are talking today, emotions are powerful forces that shape our world in unimaginable ways. They can change the course of history, influence the direction of societies, and alter the paths of our personal lives. From inspiring revolutions to forging deep connections, emotions lie at the heart of every significant change in the human experience. While emotions have the potential to uplift and drive us, they can also derail and overwhelm us if we do not manage them properly. By recognizing our emotions, by understanding our emotions, by conquering our emotions, we can empower ourselves. We can empower ourselves to lead more balanced, to lead more meaningful, to lead more purposeful lives. When we harness the power of our emotions wisely, we become the true masters of our destiny. We become the true masters by navigating through life's challenges with grace and resilience. My dear friends, so let us embrace our emotions today. Let us channel them effectively. Let us strive for a life filled with happiness, growth, and fulfillment. In doing, we don't just change our own lives, we have the potential to shape the world around us in remarkable ways. Thank you so much.